Okay, let's start then. I'll just explain how we will go about this webinar. So I would like to welcome you all first to this webinar. This was actually a side event at the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva, but due to restrictions because of COVID, in-person side events are not allowed. So we're doing this as a webinar, and afterwards this will be uploaded on the UNHRC website as a virtual side event. Um, so the topic of today is trajectories of terrorism in South Asia post-US withdrawal from Afghanistan. The European Foundation for South Asian Studies has organized it. We are located in Amsterdam, and we are an accredited independent non-profit think tank and a policy research institution. EFSAS provides strategic in-depth analysis, research, data, policy advice, and forecasts related to developments in the field of human rights, politics, international relations, conflict management, security, diplomacy, strategic affairs, and conflict resolution. We specifically focus on prevention of violent extremism and radicalization and the development of counter-terrorism strategies in South Asia, but also in Europe. And we like to do that through well-informed policies which shape public discourse in order to promote peace, protection of human rights, security, and sustainable development. And today, in order to eliminate the threat that terrorism poses to peace and security in South Asia, especially what could be after the withdrawal of the US troops from Afghanistan, we have today invited a group of scholars who will further elaborate upon this issue, but also on the geopolitical and diplomatic ramifications of this inevitable development. And of course, the chances of overall peace in subcontinent in the coming foreseeable future. So I'll just give a quick introduction. Forgive me for not mentioning all your designations of the speakers. First, we have His Excellency Dr. Nasir Ahmed Andisha. He is the ambassador and permanent representative of Afghanistan to the UN in Geneva and former Deputy Foreign Minister for Management and Resources in Afghanistan. Then we have Dr. Michael O'Hanlon. He's a senior fellow and director of research in foreign policy at the Brookings Institution and adjunct professor at Columbia and Georgetown Universities. And then we have Dr. Peter Topichkanov, senior researcher at the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, SIPRI, and former fellow at Carnegie in Moscow. We would also be joined by Madam Muska Dastagir, who is a lecturer at the American University in Kabul in Afghanistan. She, due to some personal commitments at the last moment, she could not join. So instead, we have our backup speaker is Mr. Malez Daoud, who is an EFSAS research fellow who is domiciled in Berlin and has a vast experience on Afghanistan and South Asia. So he will be speaking instead of Madam Dastagir. So through assembling a group of experts who will tackle this issue through various perspectives, we would like to foster and improve the level of international understanding and knowledge of some of the sensitivities and intricacies prevalent in South Asia. And every speaker will speak according to whatever they like. They have been given subtopics, but of course there can be an overlap on that. I would just like to emphasize that we have invited the respective speakers to present their viewpoints, and that the views expressed might not necessarily fully coincide with those held by EFSAS. And as this is a webinar, I would like to tell the participants, currently we have at this moment around 35 participants, and some more will join probably. So you can send in your questions. We'll probably do the question and answer after everyone has spoken. So within an hour maybe. And then you can just write down the questions and I will forward them to the speakers. So having said this all, I think it's time to start, and I would first like to give the floor to His Excellency Dr. Andisha, who will tell his viewpoint.